Greetings, space engineers, and this is Commander Chewbacca, and welcome back to a new episode. This is episode 3. So we have just covered on our first episode the menu systems, and on the second episode we covered what to do once we've landed this beast of a drop pod. One thing that's important to note, and this is really important because you have very limited resources, is every now and then these unknown signal sources will appear. And the important part of that is there's going to be small elements of components in that unknown signal source we can claim and also break down with our grinder. So the first thing we need to do, if you haven't done so already, if you remember we talked about the O2H2 generator, hit F on there and make sure your oxygen bottle is at 100%. If it's not, drag it over, it'll fill up, drag it back. Hit X there, and then secondly come over to your chair, interact with your chair, and if you see at the bottom the plus sign, and then you got the O2, and then you got the lightning bolt. The lightning bolts should be at 100, that's what we're looking for. Once we've done that, we are good to go. So hit your X key to turn on your jetpack, space to get a bit of height and altitude, and then your W key to go forwards, and then just look at the unknown signal location. And we're going to go over there. The other thing you can do while you're flying, hit number 2 if that's what it is, and open up your grinder. You may have it set for a different number, but for me it's number 2. And you can see here we're coming up to a distance. Now that timer, 12 minutes, after that timer expires, it will explode and it'll be no longer usable. And if we hit tab like that and turn off the HUD, you can see it better. So there we go. So this here is the unknown signal source. It is essentially a drop pod and has different components. There's a small cargo container. So if that's a cargo container, here for Fred. Ooh, look at that. We got 26 construction parts, 93 interior plate, 85 steel plate. That's gonna be fantastic. The other thing about this, let's have a look on that side, it's the same one, is it has this button. If we push this button, there's a chance you might be able to get some sort of a wearable skin. So let's hit F on that, and it says try your luck. Well, okay, and we just wait a moment. It'll tell us if we get it. If it does, once we get a med bay, we can actually choose to use that, or maybe we can break it down for something. So, okay, so we just wait for a second. Hopefully it will come up. And maybe it's going to be, normally it would say choose your luck, and then a few seconds later it will tell you what you got. In this case it looks like it's not doing it for us. I'm not sure why, I've never seen that problem occur. So we're just going to start breaking it down. So once you get to this point, just start breaking it down. Now this battery here, it's a small battery. When you break that down, you'll see it has 2 power cells. You will not be able to claim those power cells. So they'll appear as scrap metal in your inventory. If you go I for inventory, see the scrap metal 2. Unfortunately, power cells are a chemical cell. They're not claimable. Hit X, and once you've done that, go back to your respawn pod. And what this has essentially done is given us a whole bunch of resources. Not a huge amount, but sometimes it just makes a difference. Sometimes they're engines, sometimes they're different components, or maybe even some sort of an ingot and stuff like that. So all you have to do now is come back to your respawn pod, and if you want to empty this because you're getting ready to do more drilling and stuff like that, and you don't mind, you can just put it straight in here like this. So we can just transfer it straight to your medium cargo container. And there we go. So you can see our resources are getting a little bit bigger, and then we can continue on here. So this is a very short 3rd episode, just talking about the signal sources. If you have any questions, please leave a message in the comment section below. Don't hesitate to ask. I will do my best. If you have any ideas what you'd like to cover, or how will we make this, or what's the best advice for that, let me know and we'll do our best to cover that as well. So I hope this is helping you, and thanks for watching. This is Commander Chewbacca signing out.